So Corona, about her shoes, she says, I look for obscurity, something no one else would have. Y'all, Corona is an Enneagram 4.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality, yes, let's love.
She's a true Enneagram 4.
Yes, as Oprah says, what I know for sure that Corona is an Enneagram 4 and that Ingi has a huge, monstrous cock.
It's a very big dick.
It's a very big dick, y'all.
By the way, today I'll be premiering my Ingi voice.
Oh, no.
I cannot do an Icelandic accent.
Oh, no.
So I'm just going to talk like Björk. The flowers
That's not it.
up for me like spring.
That's not how he sounds
and
at all.
I want to.
All right. Okay.
I've never been in a relationship before. And quite possibly the first black person my parents have ever met.
I don't know if I like this idea now.
All of my Bjork listening has finally
paid off.
Because we are both from Iceland.
Boy, this is going to be a ride of a season already, y'all. If he's finding that voice between this and Sarper.
This is Toe. This is fucking Toe.
Yes, season 6, episode 3.
I did not get the title.
Can Buy Me Love.
Can Buy Me Love.
Buy Me Love.
Are they
Can
all
Buy
songs?
Me Love.
Are they all songs?
I think they are play on all songs, yes.
What was the one previously?
Yeah.
My boyfriend's vacuum cleaner.
Gin and Juicy. I don't know. Because they always play on something.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can hear.
Okay, good.
Your vacuuming.
My neighbor's vacuum cleaner. All right. That's good.
And this is the new neighbor who just vacuums. How often do they vacuum?
3 times a week.
Okay, that's normal. That's a more normal.
It's not as bad. She actually just uses her vacuum and she scrapes the floor, though. I'm making peace with the fact that I'm going to be irritated by any upstairs neighbor, and actually, just I'm making peace with the fact that I'm going to be irritated by everyone who lives in proximity to me. So. Yeah.
You know what? I think they're all plays off romantic comedies because the first one are rom-coms. Because the first one was My Best Friend's Meddling, and episode 2 was What Women Don't Want.
That's right.
So Can Buy Me Love.
Can Buy Me Love.
I never saw that movie, Can't Buy Me Love.
Is that Patrick Dempsey?
Yeah, it is Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that like
you were so
it is Patrick. I'm edging to him right now.
Weird. You just someone in our Facebook group said, "Thank you so much for this group." Blah blah. It was a sweet post, but she's like, "When I first started the podcast, I thought it was entertaining and mildly confusing." And I went, that is a really great way. Because I think I would honestly be so confused if I listened to our show. Well, I don't know how people even follow us.
I mean, there are people that don't know what they don't know what prenup, or
I know there's
or
such
driving down the highway means.
we have such like a jargon that and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. That if you recommended it to your friends and your friends go, I can't get into it. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about all the time. I'm sorry, and it's not going to change. That's what I will say. Because I'm gonna be me.
It's the way we talk, just normally.
Be me.
Yes. Yes. There's
Diamonds on eyelashes.
Can we just do the announcements, please? Y'all, this week on Friday, our interview with Marcus Parks from Last Podcast on the Left.
The fuck out of you. Finally.
It is dropping on our public feed, so for everyone to enjoy. If you haven't listened to Last Podcast on the Left, it's a wonderful podcast that Poodle recommended, and I thought I'm not going to like it because they're talking about true crime stuff and it's scary. But the way they do it, I'm not scared.
Yeah,
I think because I think
it's Marcus and
it's
two
really
comedians,
funny.
And Marcus has obviously a great comic sense and Marcus is such a great researcher. But it's like a lot of things,
and a beautiful voice.
I commented, I'm like, where did you get that voice from? And he said, I've had this since I was 12 years old. And I went, oh, bang me against the wall, bang me.
Yeah,
even though your little boy face. Yeah, I had to kind of restrain myself, y'all. It was bad.
You did.
It was real bad.
He flirted with him on air.
I rubbed the small of his back. And he giggled.
He did not. We were asked to leave quickly by some female assistant who knew what was going on.
We were given beverages when we went to their studio. We could not say where it is.
No,
y'all motherfuckers would go try to stake it out.
It's in Temecula.
It is Pacoima. Oh, fuck. So we had such a great time with Marcus, who is a 90-day fiancé of Savant, talking about everything what he likes about the show. His wife, Carolina, got him invested in it. And he's seen almost every season, he said. He kind of stopped. And we also talked about Love After Lockup. And I encouraged him to watch Inmate to Roommate, which I'm caught up on now. And it is fucking insane.
Oh, I haven't gotten caught up yet.
Oh, my God. This season's even crazier than the last. The guy who wants to be black.
The woke white guy. Who, yeah. Uh-huh. I knew he was going to be the weirdest.
He's so crazy. And the woman who hired the woman is basically to clean her house.
Oh, yeah. The one that drinks the twisted tea.
Yes. It is a complete and utter
is
carnival
Felicia
of souls.
Is Felicia Rashad a mess?
She is showing up. Well, I don't know how much longer that's going to go on. And that guy's crazy that they're having.
Oh, yeah. He's crazy.
He's just there to have a good time. And the three young ladies.
They're like the three fairies from Sleeping Beauty, but on meth.
But slutty.
Slutty and on meth.
But if they had sex with each
make
other.
It blue, they're like, in the butt, in the mouth, in the butt, in the mouth.
If the three fairies decided to have to fuck one guy.
Yeah, if they all wanted to get digged down by
really bad eye makeup.
Yes, and wanted to get digged down by not Prince Eric, Prince Andrew.
I don't know who the Sleeping
Who's the
Beauty
prince from Sleeping Beauty?
One. He was
Reginald.
Pretty.
Philip.
I don't think Philip.
It's
thank
Philip.
you.
It's Philip.
Is there? Okay, so that's dropping on Friday. We're very excited about that. If you are a fan of Last Podcast on the Left, and if you're on Reddit or social media, if you're in those circles, please. We would love if you would plug that at all, just for people to get to know us in a different way. And that's kind of what we're hoping to do here. They call it vectors in podcasting.
Oh, God, please no. Please no.
We're trying to attach to different vectors.
Well, we are. And so consider this, y'all, an official Reality Gaze ask. We are asking.
Yes, I don't ask very, very often, very many things very often,
demand.
Except for dick pics of your husband.
Again, you don't ask, you demand.
True. But I'm asking in the kindest way possible.
It would really mean a lot to us. It would be
really more of a passive
even if you
aggressive
don't know what to say, you can always say, I love this interview and I love Reality Gaze. You should check them out if you love 90 Days Fiancé. Whatever.
Anyway, I'm stopping begging now. Also, big news, Love is Blind UK, brand new, coming in August. There's 3 show dumps.
And we're not covering. I'm kidding you. We are. We're going to cover it. We are going to cover it. We are not.
Scratch your eyes out.
What did you say? They're not going to be called pods. They're going to be called what?
Bins. I just made it up. If you fly British Airways, they always tell you to pop it in the bin when you have like pop it in the bin. Just pop it in the bin when they
come out of the bins. They go, mind the gap.
The bins are open.
The bins are open. Anyway, we're excited. This is it's already been renewed for season 2 as well, but it's going to be coming. We are, and we're going to be able to get screeners for that, I think. So we will be able to do our normal. We're going to drop it 24 hours after it ends. But so yeah, August is going to be,
it's going to be lit.
Y'all. A bomb was dropped today when we're recording this on Monday, July 15th, because we just saw the trailer for the Happily Ever After Tell-All.
Oh my God. Y'all, it's 90 Day Fiancé, the real world.
They're living in a house while the tell-all takes place.
And there is like, when 7 strangers move into each other and stop getting polite. Well, they were never really polite. They're real for 90 Day Fiancé. Because of course we see my favorite thing I saw was Thais just splashing small Ed in the hot tub.
Splashing him. I think Thais is going to come out. There's another thing where she's yelling at Lauren. They're fighting.
It's
also
that when Lauren does get in a group of people,
she can get mean girl.
Rubs them the wrong way. It happens every time.
She can really get, because she's so insecure, the way to do that, she gets mean girly. And it's not going to be a good look. I will say, just going by glancing by the look of it, by their outfits, they're the only ones that got the memo that this was a tell-all. Everyone else was dressed like they were trying to emulate wedding cake toppers. Like it was out of control.
It was laughable. Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to bring it. I think tell-alls are not even becoming about the show. It's becoming about the tell-all.
I think the
tell-all itself is going to be an event. And that's for good or bad. I don't know what that portends.
We liked the last Happily Ever After Tell-All. We did like it.
You're not wrong.
Riveting.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I hated it at first, and by the end, I went. It made sense. That was just them kind of hanging out at a hotel. Y'all, they doubled fucking down. Now they're around each other. I would prefer it where they have to stay in the same room. Like Angela and Michael had to bunk with Alexi and Lauren.
That's great.
But that's not what happened, because Angela's going to snore.
Yeah, she's going to snore. I think we can say this now. It's a 5-part tell-all.
5,
y'all.
10 hours.
It's gonna be a lot, but that's okay. We're here, so
we're gonna be here. And if you don't want to watch it, we're gonna tell you about it.
We're gonna tell you about it. So anyway, that's what we've been doing. I think that's it though, as far as news.
We've been holding on to that.
Yeah, we're recording a road show tomorrow, y'all. Poodle and I'm actually already in Colorado. Poodle is going to be here tomorrow because we're going to our friend's wedding. And bless her heart, y'all. She lives in Houston. The power went out. She accidentally destroyed her phone. We don't even know what's happening at this wedding. We're just showing up. We don't even
where.
I don't know if it's outside, inside, and I can't ask the bride because she didn't have time. So
I might show up in a caftan.
Y'all send some prayers to our friend Bridget Green.
Yeah, you don't even have to know her, but send a prayer her way because she's about to lose it.
She's
Yeah.
about to lose it. So anyway, road show for Happily Ever After this week.
We might stop in Rifle, Colorado and never come back.
We are going to pass it. I just worry that we're going to be driving on mountain roads and you're going to get car sick.
I'm worried about that too. I might have to drive.
Oh, okay. I think that's fine. I mean, I don't care, but I mean for the car. Who cares?
Yep. Yeah. Anyway.
I got all the insurance.
Good, because we're going to need it. You know what happened at my rental car when I was in Tahoe? They tried to say that I had some kind of windshield damage. And they're like, so do you dispute the claim? I'm like, yes, I fucking dispute the claim. I didn't run into anything. And they're like,
Did you have to pay?
I don't know. They said, you'll find out in like 2 to 4 weeks. They're like, do you have any pictures? I'm like, no.
Well, what happened to the windshield? Did you fuck
I
on
don't
it?
know. I don't know. They couldn't tell me. Felt like a Kafka novel. They're like,
All right.
what did I do wrong? They're like, we can't tell you, sir, but you're going to be in jail.
Forever. For at least a
Exactly.
year.
Claims department can tell you. I can't tell you. I can only give you this form number 8788811B. And you have to fill it out, even though it details the accident report that you did not have. It was all crazy shit. It was insane. And then I woke up as a bug, wiggling on my back. You don't. Never mind.
I don't know what that's about.
Metamorphosis. Never mind.
Oh, okay. That's.
Yeah, I know.
That flew over my head.
I know.
I think that.
I know.
Oh, you know what? I meant to talk to you about this before, but I forgot. So I'm going to just do it right
Shocker.
now on the air. Because I was going to bring this up. I think we mentioned it before, but it's something I really enjoyed and gotten into. And I think just with Channy even said this week, like the day we're recording this, she literally said today's just a red flag. Like the astrology is going to be nuts. Shit's going to be rough this
Awesome.
week. And with everything in news, we talked about this on the our previous episode of we hope, this is a break for people. But if you need to like not watch the news right now, or get your mind off things, I wanted to, I've been listening. I've really gotten into Wiser and Me, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I love that podcast.
It's such a great podcast. And I just wanted to bring it up to sissies because if you just need something that's not fluffy, but that actually is meaningful, but fun and entertaining.
That's the best thing about it. It's fun, entertaining, and meaningful. And you never feel like she's going to get preachy on you.
No.
She's just there to listen, tell stories. She's
That's a great
obviously very funny.
Mhm.
But she's not like, it's not a comedy podcast either. She's not like cracking jokes on you. It's one of my favorites.
It's
love
great.
it.
And because it's her, she's interviewing Julie Andrews, Carol Burnett, like Ina Garten. Like, it's great.
I haven't heard the Ina Garten one yet.
She gets Ina Garten to say the word fuck, and it gave me life. I texted Ben Mandicoler immediately.
We don't often overlap with what we like.
We don't.
But I will agree with you here. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Anyway,
last podcast on the left. I was just listening yesterday when I was cleaning.
Yes, the Hearst.
Yeah,
Patty Hearst. That one I haven't finished that yet.
They go into it more than almost anybody ever has. Yeah.
Have they put out part 2 yet, or just part 1?
They all 3 parts.
Oh, there's 2. Okay, so I have to listen to it. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that a lot too. So there you go. I don't know. I just wanted to give people something.
No, I think that's a great idea. It's we brought that up on our Happily Ever After podcast where we're like, yeah, there's been a lot going on.
Yep.
So if you need a break, got a bubble about it.
It's good to take a break. We can't check out completely because there's stuff we need to do. But
to be aware, but don't wallow. Don't be addicted to the 24-hour news cycle because it will pollute you and it will break you down. And you still have to be strong enough for your family or your kids or your dog or your cat.
Or yourself.
Or most importantly, yourself.
Or in Jake and I's opinion, our mothers.
Yeah. I booked my ticket home in late July.
Oh,
yeah.
So like in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long?
It's not 9 days. But here's why. I'll be gone with my brother to the beach for 2 of those. And then I'm going to Atlanta to see some friends for 1 of those. So it's like 6 days-ish. Yeah.
That's great. Is your mom excited, or are you just showing up?
It's better if I don't just show up.
Okay.
Because then she kind of gets nervous. She's like, I haven't prepared anything. God. You told me last time you didn't like your pillows. So I guess I gotta go get some more of those. And Muppet can't get her gator ride because you're here. It's better to prepare her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think that's all the announcements we have.
Okay.
Let's jump in.
Do this.
This
Corona,
this is a transitional episode, I would say, because we've got a lot of traveling.
It was a lot of traveling, yeah.
Yeah. So Corona and Ingi.
Ingi. So we meet. Should we
tell everyone where you are? So if you sound echoey, you're in a WeWork.
I'm in a WeWork. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. You sound echoey. Oh, you can't help it. You can't help it.
I can't help it. No.
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
There's even a sign behind you that says WeWork.
There is?
On the side of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's the television.
Just reminds you. It's the television. Oh, yeah.
I like WeWorks.
Yeah, of course you would. Corporate drone.
It's convenient.
You know what? You also love Starbucks.
No, I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Lululemon. Basic fucker.
I wanted to go to not Lululemon. I wanted to go to Lululemon before I left to buy a jacket.
Oh,
but I didn't have time.
Anyway,
I had a jacket, but my ex gave it to me.
No one cares.
So I threw it away. And now I miss the jacket. So
why would you throw it away?
Well, I gave it to Goodwill, but he bought it for me as a gift. I don't want that shit.
Can you not separate it?
Nope.
When people have given me stuff, I've been breaking up with them. I'm not giving it back, or I'm still going to use it.
I don't want the energy. Oh, you would know. So she says, though, I'm worried about, like, I have all this pressure on me that for any other Black people they might meet, and I have to represent and come their way. I'm not invalidating that. I'm actually, I hate that she feels that way, only because it struck me like, I don't think you ever felt this way because it's not in your nature. But where I was from, like when I was outed in Colorado, actually in Crested View in college. And when I came back to college, I felt this responsibility that I had to convince everyone around me. This was in 1998 to like gay people.
Oh,
and I had to walk.
I never had that feeling.
Yeah, you don't have that. And you came out later too. I was so young, but so anyway, I really understand that feeling. I don't know what the Black experience is like, but I don't know. Coming from my gay experience, I just want to say, if anybody, whether you're the only woman in the office or whatever, I don't know. I just think that, and maybe this is male privilege, so come at me if y'all, but I just don't think it's our responsibility to carry the weight of other people's impressions and expectations on our shoulders.
It's not, and I think I think a lot of people are doing that because they're proud of who they are, and they want to make an impression that if she's the first Black person they ever meet, that she's trying to like literally she's representing her entire race. And when you think about that's why I understand it, and I completely understand. I would think the same thing. So especially when you're thinking I'm representing, and y'all, that's not fair, obviously. Yeah. But I completely understand thinking that way. Yeah. But to me also, Scandinavians are you're not going to know if they like you or not.
Oh,
they're going to be a little aloof, and not in a bad way. You're just not going to really know. They're going to be kind. I think that's going to be frustrating for her. I could see that being frustrating for her. She also says, and this was interesting. She said, "I'm nervous. I won't be able to find diversity." I think you should neutralize this now and say you're not going to find diversity.
Well, I wanted
a simple
to know,
Google will tell you.
Did she mean though? Like, I feel
Population.
like for that she meant like cultural or queer people, because it seems like she's very much as an ally or somewhere on. I didn't know if that she meant just race or as in viewpoints, and I don't know. I don't think we have an answer for that.
I will tell you right now, Iceland has no problem with LGBT people. That is not an issue there.
Mm-hmm. But it's not big. You're right. It's so like when Ingi talks, but Reykjavik, I looked it up. It's only a population of 160,000 people.
Yeah, that's the biggest city.
That's the biggest city, y'all. Yeah. Which, by the way, we're in Iceland and we meet Ingi. He's 37 again. Like this is like a 9-inch dick at least.
It's a huge penis. He's walking around the town like Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Everybody knows him. Ingi, I'm here, everyone.
Okay, y'all. He doesn't talk like that at all.
No, he doesn't. Dating in Iceland can be hard, like Russian roulette. We are more related to each other here than anywhere else in the world.
This just feels not.
When he ordered a hot dog, I went, "Marry me." I'm afraid to say this because of all men on 90 Day Fiancé, because they always turn out awful. But God, I really like him so far. Again,
I do too.
Put this. I'm afraid he's going to be a little boy child. But
yeah. I like him, and actually, I like her.
Me too. They're definitely the most likable to me.
Which means it'll be ruined because Matt Sharp always does it.
I know. He says, "I've had my fair share of girls, but I've never met someone who ticked off all the boxes until I met Corona." That's a little bit of a red flag. Not that you should not have boxes, but y'all, I've said this before. You're not going to find someone who ticks all the boxes. The key word here is tolerate. Find someone who ticks 3 of the boxes and tolerate the rest. Who doesn't want to make you murder?
I really only had boxes to check off for when I was dating women. And then I started.
How long was that?
Well, in high school, and I thought,
what were those? What were those? Okay, I got to know. What were those boxes? Pretty makeup, good lipstick, pretty hair that I could touch.
I did have pretty hair on there. That was a list. I have it written in my gratitude journal that I used to keep. Because it told me to do it. Oh
my God. You had a gratitude journal in high school as a high school boy. Yeah. And was it pretty cursive writing? And you're like, I want pretty hair and I want her to love Whitney Houston.
I was doing a gratitude journal since I was 13 years old. I still do. I still do a gratitude journal.
Very normal thing for 13-year-old boys. Very, very, very much so.
But I do remember really pretty hair was a thing. Because I really love Becky Drummond's hair. Remember, she'd put it up in the banana clip.
Yeah.
Pretty hair. I wanted them. I really wanted them to be Catholic.
Because it'd be important when you raise kids together. Obviously,
obviously. And I wanted to have kids. I wanted to have
when you
kids
put
together.
your penis in her vagina and come and you make a baby.
I wanted her to be an actor so we could go be on Broadway together.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh, the unawareness.
And then I came out. And I wanted her to love my mother.
Yes.
My family.
By the way, that's never going to happen.
Never
Finding y'all, if you're men out there, if you're listening, we have some. Don't look for a woman to love your mother. P.S. She's a bitch.
Yeah. P.S. Anyway, that was it. And then I dated men, and I didn't have.
You only had one box
because that dick felt good. Yeah, wasn't about what boxes they checked. It was what box they checked.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, we need to move on.
Just know this, y'all. Ingi is worried. He's like, and there's an Icelandic dating site. There's even you can check. Should you show me how related we are?
He said you could wait till before or after, and I went,
why would you do it? Why would you wait till after?
You're like, hey, I know we made out and we fucked. Let's see if you're my cousin now.
Why? What?
Why?
When he said that, I actually had to pause, and I'm like, what would be the reason for waiting until after? You want to pre-screen all your first cousins.
Yeah.
I think you
like
pre-screen,
married.
You screen out your first cousins. Second cousins are on the fence. Third cousins, I think, are fair game.
So you would fuck your third cousin?
Yeah. Why not? I'm not going to have kids. For gay people, it's fine.
So you could technically fuck your second cousin.
It wouldn't matter. First cousins, that's just ethical thing. That's like I kind of grew up with them.
What if they were a first cousin and you never met them?
See, and that's the thing. I think that for gay people, you're not going to have kids. Why not? I'm going to get a lot of blowback for this, but it seems logical to me. If we're not having children, who cares?
This is not going to go well for you.
No. I'm going to get hate mail.
Christina, don't you dare take this out. You leave it all in.
I'm saying if you're not going to have kids, fuck who you want to fuck. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody.
Okay. So what if I'm going to take it one step further. What if you had like a long lost brother that you never knew or met? Never met them. Well, okay, half brother.
I think I would know. But that happens sometimes. People like that attraction, like that movie, the documentary, The Man with 1,000 Kids. They're afraid that sometimes that happens. Like if you have the same father, you fall in love with similar features. So I think I would need that screening if I lived in Iceland of half brothers. I would definitely. I draw the line at brother.
How brave!
How brave! How brave! This is weird. I did not expect. Thanks, Iceland. By the way, this is Inky's first time to live with a partner. Sorry, and that was kind of almost like Florian. To live with a partner.
It is. And
his friends, this is just a bunch of nerds playing a role-playing game, and they've all done it since 16. They just couldn't say
each other.
They just couldn't say D&D.
I guess they couldn't say, yeah. They
playing a role-playing game.
I think I'm going to join one.
Boy, you're just going to make yourself permanently unfuckable.
Well, no, but Ben from Crabbins, he wants to start one. I said, let's do it. So I think we might. It's not going to be something I'm going to put on my Scruff profile. That's for sure.
Yeah, probably not. So he says, my friends are very important to me, and they're definitely part of the reason I was single, because it would just be fun to go out. He's 30 something.
I wrote it down. He is 37.
Okay.
Oh, wait. He's 37 and he's never been in a serious relationship?
Yeah. I don't even know if they said serious, but yeah. That's a red flag. It is.
Or a rainbow one.
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't get that vibe.
Either. I don't get that vibe.
The friends are saying, how do you know she wants to? You haven't dated that long. How did you know she wanted? How did you know that you wanted to take the next step with her? And he said again, she checked all the boxes. And the friends are like, it's the honeymoon days. I'm afraid we're just going to go out in the field and do Midsummer.
Yeah.
Anyway, the friends say, we haven't known any of his past relationships. I wrote down again, these people are so fucking Scandinavian.
They are.
They don't want to be impolite. So they're just kind of suggesting things. It's like a fucking Bergman movie. They're all staring at the camera and going, hello. But he does say, we've only been on vacation together and I don't have a ring in my pocket.
But he's ready to move in. So
I'm going to enjoy watching them. They are definitely a change of pace for 90 Day, and I'm here for it.
I did enjoy Corona when he said, Corona's so beautiful. And we see a video of her dancing, I imagine, to TLC's Red Light Special with the red light in hot shorts and holding her cat.
She's definitely an Enneagram 4, y'all.
Lifting her leg. And I watched that and I wrote, Piano Cat would do that if they could.
Oh, yeah, I would. It's hard to get into those costumes that I have sometimes. So I need a second person.
Yeah.
Statler and Dempsey. The thing I couldn't get past in this segment is they were going to give her $18,000 for her car.
It was right after COVID and all that. You can still get so much for your car.
So.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
They were trying to give her $18,000.
When I traded my car, it was 3 years old and I got like $15,000 for it.
Yeah. And I think this car feels like it's older than that.
It's a 2017, she said.
So this is probably 2022?
Probably. I would think probably 22. I don't think it's 23. Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 years old. And she's
yeah.
That's really good. I'm like, why? Okay. Now, I got to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not sell your car if you're moving to Europe and going to the camper van? Why would you not sell your car?
Well, I think I would sell my car.
Yeah.
I don't think you would sell your car because you do love money, but you love having an out.
I thought about it. I understand why she doesn't want to do it, but...
Or would you just think you could buy another car when you came back?
I would think that, but here's why I understand it. It's a terrible decision, and it's really hurtful to the person you're with because it means...
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
No, it means I'm holding on to something here, and I'm still not sure about you.
I don't trust us. Yeah, I'm not sure about you. I don't trust us. And I actually do think... I think Dempsey told Statler all of this, and they probably talked about it, but it's with Statler, the way...
ADHD,
Or ADHD.
Or she didn't hear her, or her own anxiety.
Mm-hmm. I actually think she probably heard her, understood it, but then her anxiety convinced her otherwise of it.
Yep, I agree. So let's go back. But I needed to ask about that because if there was ever a red flag, y'all, this is one. You know what this is terrible. What I might do is I might give my car to my parents or something like that. I wouldn't sell it completely.
Let them watch it for you.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Because you never know, but I can see Dempsey taking this as a big, it's taking this personally. Obviously, I would too.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, Statler is a road rage person, so it's obvious. And so she's taken out a $20,000 loan to pay for her part of the van. Dempsey quit her job because she can't work remotely. So Statler is going to be the sole breadwinner because she can. The car dealership man, did you notice with her, she does the American thing of talking louder because she sees he's foreign.
She does do that. I also, can I just say, a sissy, I noticed it last week and I just forgot to talk about it. And some sissies brought it up in the comments. I don't know what Statler did to the hairstylist in her.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for bringing this up.
This person, Statler, has beautiful hair.
She's got like helmet hair.
Someone did her wrong. They did her wrong.
It's like someone said they were worried about frizz. Yeah, they were worried about frizz or something, and they matted it down.
It looks like they almost straightened it.
Yeah.
And then curled it again with big curls, but it just looks like newscaster hair.
Big brown football helmet, Sally Field.
Yeah, big.
Yeah.
It was, I saw a woman on the bus today who had hair like that, but it was gorgeous. I almost complimented her on it.
Stop talking to strangers, remember?
But I'm not complimenting her anymore.
Okay,
I can talk to strangers. I'm just not complimenting their hair. Just, y'all going to live in a world without compliments. You're welcome.
I think it's better that you just, because you don't know if how anyone's going to take it.
Oh, I know. Like I said, I don't. But I really wanted to talk to her about her hair. It's so pretty.
Anyway, so the guy, she then breaks up with her car, gives the car, it's literally not you, it's me speech. Just kind of funny.
It's funny.
It's interesting. Do you feel that Statler's, she talked about karma, and she's definitely superstitious. Doesn't that relate to her anxiety? And how she needs to believe in something. She needs to have some kind of faith. I guarantee you she's a big horoscope person too.
I don't know if she is, because she needs to have some type of belief, but she's also really skeptical.
But that's the thing. It's two sides of the same coin when she's talking about karma. But she's
not like, she needs, though, like, it seems like I'm not skeptical. She seems, in a way, more realist. Like, she needs actual things in front of her. So I don't think she would believe in astrology because but I do agree with you. She needs something. I think that's why she needs a car. She needs something tangible. Yeah. So she feels tethered to her past. And she's going to need that. Yeah. Y'all, they are GOA.
I know. It's I feel like who couldn't see it? This is one of these things where these two people are as different as night and day.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I guess when Melissa Etheridge gets going at night and you start finger banging, all that goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Come to my window. Come on inside.
Yeah.
Just bumping
because
them.
Isn't that song about fucking? Come to my window? I think it is.
I think it sounds like it is. I don't care what they think. I don't care what they say about my lady love.
Anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to
say it is. So
it's also just, it is both, again, it goes back to, so y'all, they show clips. I forgot. Y'all, she hated living in Dempsey's house before.
Yes! Hated it.
And it was like, hell, you and I thought it would be big compared to, it was like the size of an apartment. You know what I mean? It was big enough. She hated it because I will say, in Irving, where she lives in Texas, everything is new.
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of space.
Apartment, and there's tons of space. I mean, do you remember when you came to California and saw and went, oh, I guess I'm not going to have a huge walk-in closet here.
1,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Where's my 1,600 square foot apartment for $1,400?
Yeah.
No, not even that. $1,200.
$1,200. Yeah.
What do you mean that only gets me 500 square feet here?
Exactly. Anyway, it's going to be bad, y'all. It's not going to go well. She's packing, and there's just shit everywhere.
And she's just at one point, she's just throwing stuff into a suitcase. This would give me so much anxiety just watching someone do this. Dempsey texts, "We can't afford the van." Now,
I did not expect this.
Here's the question here. This is when I go, something's fishy here. But Statler, I think you can easily frustrate and confuse Statler. Because she says, "I guess we had a miscommunication about how much money we had. I thought she was, I guess she thought I was going to sell my car." And like you said, Statler probably said, "You need to sell your car and get the money." And she's like, "Yeah, maybe I convinced myself that she didn't."
Or Dempsey said that to Statler, yes.
And so when Statler says she didn't sell her car, she's like, "I just didn't know that was part of it." She's like, "Yeah, you did. It was you who came up with that idea," which I can totally see.
I totally believe that.
And then it seems like she's like, "I didn't know we were going to lose money through some kind of currency conversion." I just feel like it was weird that Dempsey said we didn't have enough money.
Why now? Why at the last minute? I don't know if it's like, are they recreating something? Is this fraudacity?
It was weird.
It was weird. Yeah. It's weird.
It's so DOA, and I will say their scenes are painful to watch. It's not really fun for me.
It's gonna be ultimatum queer love all over.
But with
drama.
But with less humor in the lens. I think so, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just, I think they're both good people away from it. And, yuck. Anyway.
Y'all, let's talk about our next couple. A couple that I think is going to be the couple that everything seems okay now, but it's going to come crashing to just
100%.
Yes. Let's talk about Josh, who's 47, to remind you, and Lily, who I think is 45.
Is he 37 or 47?
47. He's 47.
I think there's something weird about this guy. I don't like him. He gives me the creeps. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I'm not creeped out like Jamie from the UK is a man-child, and he creeps me out in that way. This guy creeps me out in that it feels like he never grows up or has Peter Pan syndrome. But with Jamie, I feel a little more skeezy, and I don't feel skeezed out with him. With Josh, he just seems young.
It's not just the Peter Pan stuff. It's putting on a big show for the camera. I feel like covering up a lot of stuff. I did feel a little called out when he's leaving for China and he says, "I feel like that overweight 7-year-old boy bouncing on the table as he sees that big chocolate cake coming at him." And that was quite a vivid metaphor.
But I was going to ask you, it's funny you brought this up, but do you
got a little called out?
Do you need me to explain that to you? Because
no.
You never got cake.
I understand it completely.
Okay.
I had cake at a couple birthdays. And
just
the sight
a couple?
My mother didn't want to. She made cake sometimes, or she asked someone to make a cake. And then I got to the point where she would complain about it, and so I decided to start asking for pie. Whether I liked it or not, it's fine.
Use our BetterHelp code.
But the idea of seeing a cake.
I am sorry that you didn't get cake like you should have. I am sorry for that.
I got cake for a lot of birthdays.
I don't know. Just the way you talk about it, it's a painful memory.
And now I always feel. Now it feels like there'll never be enough cake to fill a cake-sized hole in my heart.
And you always have to rush and eat cake in secret. Yes. And I don't know why you can't slow down and just savor the cake.
No, I need to do it in secret. It's always going to be that way. It's fine. Anyway, he's excited about the food, the people. He's really is he says geeked. I'm gonna be without my drones and remote control cars.
I guess they don't let you have drones in China because they might think you're spying.
Yeah, the Chinese will arrest you real quick. He says, I won't be able to access websites in the U.S. I know that personally.
I actually wrote like, you don't need to go on that. But
VPN. He could get a VPN.
Okay,
you have to do it before.
But you had to keep changing the VPN repeatedly because, and I remember you thought there's no Facebook here. There's no you use, what was the search engine you used?
Bing.
No Google.
There's Bing in China, y'all.
If you type in Google, does it just redirect you to Bing?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
They don't play there.
Right. So it really is.
The state controls all forms of communication.
But no Instagram either? Guess not.
No.
But you said what does work flawlessly is Grindr.
Flawlessly. Yeah.
Wow.
They tried not to make it, but the Grindr will just melt your phone. Yeah. Yeah, that works.
Especially when you pop up with blue eyes. It's like...
Maybe. So the parents are basically like saying, you never stop being a parent. Just typical parent interactions. And it does feel like this man is 27 instead of 47 by the way the parents are saying.
When she said you never stop being a parent, she was like, I've always had to take care of him.
This man's been married twice before.
Twice.
This is his third marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cut the cord.
Yeah.
His flight gets canceled, but he's there the next day. He's taking a taxi to her house for 3 hours. This is weird. China has an incredible rail system. And I don't know why he took a taxi. She doesn't live in a tiny city. Any Chinese listeners out there, I'd like to know.
You're not listening in China, just so you know. That is one place we don't have any downloads.
That's true.
We get some in China?
They find ways. Yeah, with a VPN.
Oh,
yeah.
If you're a secret sissy in China, let us know.
Yeah, there's some of them. Some I talked to on Instagram.
It's hot and we work. I'm hot.
Go get yourself some Starbucks and some Lululemon while you're at it.
I know. Do you like what the mug says? It says, always do what you love.
I would like rip that out of your hand and throw it at the wall.
Continue.
So Lily basically is going, the house isn't prepared, but I did my best. And she was going to pick him up, but he said, I wanted to show her I could do it myself.
I will say, she spent $500,000 redoing this house, and it shows. It looks
the house
stunning.
Is incredible.
It looks beautiful.
I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop here.
That's what I'm saying. I
think it's going to be him.
I think it's going to be him, but I think she's saying, I racked up all my credit cards. Y'all, the money's going to be an issue. She's going to need him to contribute some way financially.
He can't.
And he can't. But she's going to get stressed because she overspent. So I actually think it's going to be maybe more her than him because
they're going to be fighting through translator.
Yes. And I think she wants to try to change the plan. Like, how do we get money? How do we da-da-da?
So he's asking the 65-year-old taxi driver, is it common for men in China not to work while the woman provides the income? And the guy just goes, the man must work. Find a job and don't rely on your wife. Boom.
Boom. Boom.
So there's something about this storyline that feels like we only have 30% of the information.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced of I need to know what he did in his previous life. I guarantee you he has not sold HVAC supplies for his whole life.
No.
I want to know the other things, the other probably failed things he did in his life. He's just got that on him. Yeah. Anyway, feels like total like MLM sales and things like that.
Yeah. It's like Paul. There's more to the rest of the story. There's more to the story.
That's the rest of the story.
Let's just finish a little bit of Shekinah and Sarper here. We're in the middle of Bottlegate.
Y'all, we've got another binder. And you don't know what that means if you haven't watched old episodes.
This is ridiculous. I need to say that. We should not give this any credence at all.
It's ridiculous.
So stupid.
It's petty, y'all. She just came back and she's like, after 3.5. Oh, by the way, sissies were asking what I was wearing in the Shekinah video because I always have to wear lip gloss. I was wearing Summer Fridays Poppy.
Have to wear lip gloss
to get in. You don't need to wear the Sarper wig.
I'm sure it's just as comparable.
It's the same. Anyway, she walks in and she's like, "That place looks trashed," and it does. It doesn't look trashed, but it looks messy. Like the bed's not even made. It looks like it smells.
Where's
like
my wardrobe rack?
She was supposed to. I think that not only does he have anxiety, and we talked about this before. Now, I think he has anxiety. I think he has OCD. I would be surprised if he has some ADD, ADHD.
I totally agree.
I think it is really, really hard for Sarper to focus things that maybe body-wise, like fucking and lifting weights, he can focus.
Yeah, everything else seriously needs to be perfect.
Yeah, it needs to be perfect. So anyway, she's pissed and she's like, nothing's changed. She sits on the couch and she's crying.
The bottle collection.
It's a lot of bottles.
She says, how would you feel if I had an all case of things that reminded me of other men? And he's like, no, it reminds me of the places I visited, not other women. She goes, that's a lie. Don't you try to reframe it. And
which is why Sarper is coming out with a book called The Places You'll Hoe.
Oh, the places you'll hoe. Croatia.
Accounting book.
Yes. Accounting book. One hole. And he says, I told her I got them in different countries, but I also told her I never drink by myself. I drink with girls. Sometimes I should stop.
But he said, sometimes I should stop. And then he tapped his forehead. He's like, I have to stop.
God, I can't stop watching him. He's one of the funniest fucking people.
He is. It really is too. He has, I think, almost some type of maybe another mental condition or something where he can't help himself. He has to say what is in his mind, and it comes direct. And that's why he's fantastic star.
Gold,
yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
And he says after, I can't believe you come here with this mood.
Yeah, he does say that. And she's like, well, if you want, I can show you this book. How do you feel about this?
Before that, he says, do you want me to show you the book? She's like, where's your book?
Oh, and he wanted to get out of his book.
Do you want me to show you the book? She's like, no, it's disrespectful. He's like, it's not rude. You need to make peace with it. It's like, here, make peace with this. Here's a 143-page letter that my ex-boyfriend wrote me. He's gay now, but it doesn't matter.
He's 100% gay now.
And his face, he went, y'all, this. He goes,
yes.
You keep it. Why did you keep it? Because, and y'all, you can tell in his head, he's like, 143 pages. One page of love notes. 2 pages of love notes for Shekinah. 3 of other men wanting to fuck Shekinah. 4.
He's got to go through, and he'll have to read every single page of that.
Yes, he will. And Because it is a document that is countable, and it's like the worst possible thing for him to see someone who has possessed her before and who might have done it better than him.
Yeah.
And 143, he's like, you could just see him going, why did you keep it? She kept it because she's a narcissist. That's why she kept it.
I think in high school, even if someone wrote me a 143-page love letter, I would keep it. That's crazy. I would keep it not from like sweetness. I would keep it because like, this is crazy.
I think she likes to read it. And
yeah. I actually probably what I would do, I would scan it and email it and put it in my G drive because I don't want to keep it.
Wow. So Sarper said, I don't want to talk anymore. And I wrote down, she knew this would hurt him and freak him out. And she did it anyway.
I do think him like telling her to make peace with the book, that is hurt. That is stupid. That would hurt my feelings if someone said that to me. The bottles, maybe, but that was over the line though.
So he throws the notebook, y'all. Another throwing of a binder.
Yes. You're so good at fucking things up.
Never leave, Shekinah and Sarper. Never leave.
Never ever leave. I don't. Again, y'all, I just want to apologize for the potential fucking of a half brother talk. I don't know how we got there.
You know what? I don't know if I apologize. I was taking something to its logical conclusion.
We ask that you not let that influence you when you decide to leave a review on Apple Podcast or on Spotify, wherever you listen to. You can find us on realitygaze.com. Follow our social media
on the TikTok at Reality Gaze Podcast.
Is it podcast or pod? I forget. I never.
Reality Gaze Pod.
I think it's pod. Because now Instagram and TikTok are the same.
Yes.
Yes. So you can follow us there.
Or follow us to Iceland.
Yes. And again, sharing is caring. So if you are a fan of Last Podcast on the Left, please share our show. We appreciate that.
Share it to the magical internet of the mind.
I'm just trying to do this. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yeah, if you're 47, have drones and a remote controlled car. And you're gonna miss them when you go to China. Take a look at yourself and make the change.
And call us.